Do you find that you can't get away from all the food in the break room at work, or your kids' Halloween candy still sneaking up on you? Yes, today we're talking about food cravings, specifically why we crave carbohydrates, or at least what I find to be the main reason why people are craving foods throughout the day and can't satisfy their hunger. Hi, my name is DiBiasi. I'm a registered dietitian, and on my channel I love talking about all things health related and how you can optimize and live your healthiest life. So by the end of this video, you're gonna know one of the main reasons that I see as a dietitian for food cravings and exactly what you can do to not completely eliminate them, because that's nearly impossible. That's never gonna happen, but put things in place to at least prevent them and stop them from happening so often. And this is just going to be really important for everyone, whether you are trying to lose weight or just improve your health, have more energy throughout the day, obviously not have food cravings, prevent chronic diseases. This is just a way that everyone should be eating at all times. Now, my secret to preventing food cravings and having more energy throughout the day is controlling your blood sugar. I'm going to teach you today what's happening that's putting your blood sugar out of whack and what you can do to make sure you're controlling it. Now, let's first just break down macronutrients. That way I know you know when I'm talking about a food, you know what I'm talking about. So the first macronutrient I'm going to talk about is protein. And just briefly, protein is found in like chicken, eggs, fish, tofu, if you have a vegetarian source, beef, pork. Those are going to be your main sources of protein. And these proteins break down into amino acids after they're digested, okay? Then we have fat. And fat comes from things like your olives, your oils, your nuts, your seeds, avocado, coconut. Those are going to be like your main sources of fats. And these break down into fatty acids. And then we have carbs, or carbohydrates. These are going to be in things like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, rice, potato, those starchy foods, and these are going to be broken down into glucose, or also known as blood sugar. So as I said before, my whole secret to this is controlling blood sugar, so this is the main macronutrient that we're going to be talking about today, so I can teach you how to better balance your blood sugar. One thing I want to note before we even go any further with this is that all these macronutrients are important. We need them all, okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're getting into the blood sugar aspect of all of this, and you're going to learn exactly why this is happening. So normal blood sugar is between about 60 and 100 milligrams. So in between these two lines. On the left over here is your blood sugar. We'll just say this is the time in the day. If someone wakes up in the morning and they have a meal that's all carbohydrates. So now we're not talking about good or bad. We're just saying a meal 100% carbohydrates. Maybe it's pancakes and waffles and syrup. Maybe it's some cereal with low-fat milk and an orange on the side. Maybe it's a vanilla yogurt with granola, honey, and fruit on top. Or maybe it's oatmeal and fruit. All those meals are going to do the same thing, really. They're going to be digested and break down directly into blood sugar. So imagine now all this blood sugar floating through your bloodstream. The body is going to try and get rid of that. It's going to try and get that blood sugar into your cells. You eat this meal that's 100% carbohydrates. It's not a balanced meal, so your blood sugar spikes pretty high pretty quickly. So anytime your blood sugar spikes, a hormone called insulin is released. And insulin's job is to get that blood sugar and put it into your cells. But because your blood sugar is spiked so high, your body overreacts and it produces too much insulin, and that drops your blood sugar really low. Now your blood sugar is really low. This is the key. This is what you want to pay attention to. This is where those cravings come in, because when our blood sugar is low, this is when we feel tired, irritable, cranky, hangry, sudden hunger, maybe a little bit dizzy, and that's when you're like, okay, I need to eat something right now. Now we're craving foods, right? And specifically carbohydrates. It's a physiological response, because when your blood sugar is low, your body knows it's going to be a quick source of energy to get your blood sugar back into this normal range. However, at this point, we're too hungry and we're craving something not so healthy, right? You're not going to be sitting and craving rotisserie chicken when you're starving, or a big salad. You're craving things like breads and pastas and pizza, or a granola bar, or even fruit or something with sugar in it and carbohydrates, because That's what's going to get your blood sugar back to that normal level, that safety place that it wants to be in. But because you are probably too hungry and you're eating again something that's going to be mostly carbohydrates, it's going to spike it high again, and it's going to be the same thing. Too much insulin's released, it drops it low. Other times where it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon and you are looking at the clock again like I want a coffee and something sweet, that's because your blood sugar is slowly dropping, so blood sugar crashes. You get home 6 at night, it sounds great, some spaghetti and Italian bread, another 100% carbohydrate meal, blood sugar spikes, blood sugar drops, and at the end of the day, you're never really satisfied because your blood sugar has been going crazy all day. Not only have you been craving foods all day, your energy levels are up and down all day. It's not great if you're trying to lose weight or just live a healthy life where you feel satisfied and calm after meals. So this is not what we want. This is exactly what you don't want to do. But it's okay, because now I'm going to talk to you about what you want to do. So when we're talking about carbohydrates, there is one sort of exception to this, and that is that you want to make sure you're choosing carbohydrates that are higher in fiber. So it's not spiking your blood sugar as high. And that's what we want. So instead of your blood sugar going like this, it's still going to spike, because it's a carb, but it's not going to go as high. To mention, fiber has so many other benefits, which I have a video on. I will link down below. And also, I have a guide on my top 10 tips for boosting your fiber intake and a list of high fiber foods. I'll link that down below as well if you're really not sure about what fiber is in or how to get enough fiber in your diet, because that's really important for this, but a whole bunch of reasons. And vegetables, on the other hand, is another one that's really important, because not only do they have a lot of fiber, they have very low sugar and very low calories and carbs in general. So those really don't have an effect on your blood sugar. Even though they are all carbohydrates, they're still low in carbs, if that makes sense. When you choose those carbohydrates, just make sure they're higher in fiber, and that's going to be mainly the ones from whole foods. So what you want to have on your plate is half your plate veggies, because these are not going to spike your blood sugar and they're just really important for you for many reasons. And you want some protein and some fat. I'm going to put that in the middle here. And then have a quarter of your plate be your starch or your fruit. These are going to ideally be ones that are high in fiber, because that's going to spike your blood sugar the least. And also you want to balance it with the protein, fat, and veggies to make sure that it's making your blood sugar not go like this, but rather go like this and stay nice and steady throughout the day. For a snack, I would just make sure that you're having a protein, fat, or a vegetable with your starch or fruit, if you're going to have a starch or fruit in your snack. That way it's still keeping your blood sugar stable. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you, if you can see why this might cause food cravings. And don't get me wrong, this is by no means the only reason why food cravings happen. I mean, there's other things involved I could talk about in other videos, just like habits we built up and dopamine, and there's just plenty of things that can cause a food craving, but this is just one of the main ones I see, so I thought this might be helpful for you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more like it, and I will see you guys in the next video.